affiliated to Numsa are staging a sit-in for a sixth day at a chrome mine in Rustenburg. A member was allegedly sexually harassed by a mine captain and no action has been taken. ENCA reporter Linda Kuhle is tracking that story. He joins us now live from Newtown. That's where Numsa has been briefing the media. So, Linda Kuhle, what does Numsa say is the next step as we now get into almost a week of this sit-in?
Well, almost a week, as you rightfully say, Michelle, since those nearly 300 mine workers had staged that sit-in underground in that particular mine. But what we know now is that, in fact, the situation is becoming a bit dire as some of those mine workers have been hospitalized after certain issues, health issues, that is. But one of the things that we know also is that Numsa also only was able to give them food after they, on Wednesday last week, on Sunday, we understand, evening. And this is after a back and forth type of fight with some of the security personnel there. But I am joined by Paramile Hlubi, who is actually going to take us through what actually happened, because we understand there was a deadlock on Sunday when you negotiated with the company about some of the issues you were trying to raise. But just take us through what actually happened there.
Well, yes, indeed. You must remember that we're dealing with a very cruel management of Lanxess chrome mines. It is our view that the management of Lanxess would actually rather see bodies underground than deal with the very critical issues that have been raised by our members. And this sit-in began on Wednesday last week. Since Wednesday, our shop stewards have been going back and forth with management, requesting assistance and trying to get food to our members underground. The reaction from management was, to be frank, they were completely hostile. They were not interested in assisting. In fact, on Friday, they turned off the electricity. Now, if you turn off electricity in a mine underground, it means that not only is there no lights, there's no water, you're turning off the ventilation, you're basically suffocating people. That is the decision that the management of Lanxess chrome mines took. We had to fight for them to return the lights, and only as of Sunday, after a big discussion with the intervention, thanks to the intervention of the DMR, were we then able to force the company to agree to provide food to our members underground.
Just take us through some of the demands or some of the reason why the mine workers decided to sit down. I know we understand that there was a sexual harassment case that the mine workers wanted to be followed, but we understand that there's more to it. In fact, that's the reason why they are still underground.
Yes, indeed. There's a lot of issues, burning issues that our members have at Lanxess chrome mines. Yes, it was the sexual harassment case that actually got them to embark on this sit-in. But beyond that, Lanxess chrome mines is a hostile working environment, particularly if you're a Numsa member. We have at least 54 of our members who've been dismissed on trumped-up charges at that company. At least 24 of them were dismissed for participating in a legal march. Because of the fact that the company went and closed down an access road which was used both by the community and also by workers. We have other workers who were dismissed for participating in a legal strike. They were fired by contract companies at Lanxess. So that tells you the kind of brutal working environment that workers are exposed to at Lanxess.
And you spoke about the safety of the mine workers, but take me through, in fact, that fact that you just, in fact, made available to us, saying that there are some of those mine workers that have been hospitalized. But more so, we understand that as much as the mine is not budging in terms of those negotiations, isn't it a two-folded coin whereby you also have the responsibility of saying the mine workers must resurface and take the fight to the streets instead of in that risky underground mine?
Well, absolutely. I think people must be very clear on the fact that for us as a union to have our members embarking on an illegal strike, but worse, a sit-in underground is the worst type of situation for any trade union. You will know the kind of dangers that are taking place underground. There are tremors and all those types of things that take place, rock falls. I mean, it's a massive risk for our members. For us, the ideal situation would be for our members to surface so that we can deal with these issues directly with management. But unfortunately, in this situation, our members took the initiative and embarked on this action. As a union, we are doing our best to try and resolve these issues. As the General Secretary pointed out in the press conference, we even have been saying to our members that this is where we are on these issues. We've achieved certain things, for example, in principle. We've achieved the fact that the company now agrees that they need to take action against this mine captain for sexual harassment. The company now agrees that there needs to be some investigation into the security staff for how they harassed the victim for sexual harassment. Unfortunately, where we don't find each other is on the issue of the 56 workers who were dismissed. And it is that issue that our members are insisting. They are saying that if we do not get resolution on this, we are not coming up to the surface. So this is part of the reason why we have called this press conference, because we frankly need the assistance of the public to put pressure on the management of Lanxess, who to date have been obfuscating, they've been delaying, they've done everything in their power not to assist on this issue. They are extremely backward in terms of dealing with industrial relations. The way we see it, they would rather see bodies than coming up with a resolution to this crisis.
Well, thank you so much, Paramile Hlobi. Certainly a ticking time bomb, particularly about the information surfacing now concerning really that there are some mine workers that have been taken to hospital. But more so what they are saying is that the deadlock was reached when they were trying to negotiate for those mine workers, 54, I understand, that were in fact dismissed. They're saying that they need to review all of those, but a mine seemingly not budging on that one. But the one of the sexual assault, we understand that they've reached an agreement, in fact, to be suspended until further investigations are done.
All right, thanks very much for that update. My colleague live to us there from Newtown, where Numsa has been briefing the media.